And welcome back to LaFrac Gymnasium, everyone, for the NESCAC semifinal tournament. The men's side, it's the number 1 seed Amherst hosting Wesleyan, the number 4 seed in the tournament. Of course, there was a 5-way tie for the top of the regular season standings in the NESCAC, and it was Amherst somehow emerging with the number 1 seed and off the 71-70 win over Bowdoin last week on a last second, with 4 seconds to go, game-winning drive by Josh Cherry. Amherst beat Bowdoin 71-70. Dave Hickson coaches Amherst, 801 career wins, 7 NESCAC titles. The last time Amherst has won a NESCAC title was 2014. Joe Riley coaching Wesleyan, who finished 20-5 overall during the regular season. 7-3 in the conference. They beat Amherst twice. Joe Riley's in his 10th season with Wesleyan, 148 and 104 at the school, 302 career wins. We will develop the storylines in this game between the number 4 and the number 1 seed, but first at LaFrac Gymnasium, our national anthem. Steve Vecchione here from Amherst with producer Mike Skillicorn. Our national anthem at LaFrac Gymnasium. Get ready. This should be a good game between Wesleyan and Amherst. Amherst fighting for its postseason life. Amherst is 17-8 overall, 7-3. They finished in the conference. They got 2 wins against Williams and Middlebury the last weekend of the season to force a 5-way tie. And here they are after beating Bowdoin in the quarterfinals. They need to just keep winning. Wesleyan, meanwhile, 20-5 overall. Wesleyan defeated Middlebury in the quarterfinals, 73-65. Middlebury led that game by 4 at the half, but Wesleyan came back in the second half. Coach Joe Riley telling me he wasn't concerned about the score. He liked the way his team was playing, and they rallied with some amazing defense. This is a terrific defensive team, I might add. Jordan Sears had 8 blocks in the game last week. He is a senior guard for Wesleyan. 4 blocks in the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Coach Riley telling me he's never seen a player impact the game defensively in the way that Jordan Sears impacted last week's game. They have Kevin O'Brien back. He's a terrific player. He had 17 points in the win over Middlebury. He has been in and out of the lineup this year with injuries, but he is back, and he's a big-time player for Wesleyan. Wesleyan defeated Amherst 70-66 at LaFrac Gymnasium on January the 13th. They trailed by 2 at 10:44 of the second half, but went on an 11-0 run. And the freshman, Austin Hutcherson had 19 points, 5 of 5 from 3. Coach Hickson telling me we did not realize how good Austin Hutcherson was until they saw that performance. Nathan Krill, watch for him today. He had a big game against Amherst, 14 points, 10 rebounds. And J.R. Bascom had 10 points, 10 rebounds for Wesleyan against Amherst the first time they played. The second time they played, it was a little 3-game. It was just prior to the run that Amherst has gone on. Their first game without Eric Salou, who has been out with injury. Wesleyan won 71-57 Wesleyan led virtually the whole game. And Jordan Bonner had 14.7 rebounds for Wesleyan. He is a terrific player for Wesleyan. Hutcherson had 18 in that game, doing a good job on Amherst again. Coach Hickson telling me that Wesleyan likes to attack our point guards. Johnny McCarthy struggled in the game against Wesleyan at Wesleyan, 3 of 15, but since that time, he and Michael Riopel in the last 3 games, the 2 seniors for Amherst, have been outstanding, leading this renaissance in the Amherst season. 17-8 overall, looking to advance. The winner will play the winner of Hamilton and Williams. That is next on NSN. But first, we have Amherst and Wesleyan. It's Nathan Krill against Joseph Schneider, and here's Austin Hutcherson, who has been outstanding against Amherst this season so far. Johnny McCarthy, good on-the-ball defender, drawing the assignment. Riopel switches. Now Wesleyan will move it around. 20-win Wesleyan. The jump shot by Bonner misses. Schneider with the rebound, and here we go. Riopel for Amherst. Just underway. First half, Wesleyan and Amherst. Through Che, the freshman. Struggled against Bowdoin. Gets the first points, 2-0 Amherst. Every game has been like a playoff atmosphere for Amherst. Fighting for their postseason life here, trying to get to the NESCAC finals. Schneider with the rebound. Here's McCarthy. Gets a screen from Schneider. 2-0 Amherst. Down low for Schneider. 4-0 Amherst. Here's Austin Hutcherson, the freshman. Quick early lead for the Mammoths. Hutcherson versus McCarthy. Off it goes for Bonner. Terrific player. Averages 15.7 a game. Foul called. And I think Riopel was called on that collision. First foul on Amherst. 4-0 Amherst. Just underway, first half. NESCAC semifinals. Amherst and Tufts tomorrow on the women's side. Tufts just defeated Bowdoin prior to this game. Handily. 60-48. Surprising. 3 try. No good. Krill with the miss, but the offensive rebound and a charge. Sears got the rebound, but an offensive foul. So Mike Scanlon with the call, our official. We have James Slattery and Anastasios, I want to say it right, Anastasios Dasalakis, our third official. 4-0 Amherst, 18.5 to go, first half. Here's Robinson. Schneider up high. Hands to Riopel. To Che. Just hit a field goal. McCarthy shovels it for Schneider. It's deflected. Wesleyan, an outstanding defensive team this season. They give up 63.5 points a game. That's 11th nationally. Best field goal percentage on defense nationally, 36.4%. And that's a turnover Amherst. They throw it away. So Wesleyan, a very, very good defensive team. So is Amherst. They gave up 63.8 points a game, 13th nationally. Amherst, a very good rebounding team as well. 2 outstanding defensive teams who play hard, know each other very well from the little 3. They play twice a year. The 3, good. Nathan Krill. 38% from 3 for the year. It's 4-3 Amherst. Here's Grant Robinson, the freshman point guard. Hutcherson on the D. Schneider with a tough screen. Robinson with the shot. That was altered by Hutcherson. Rebound for Bascom. Wesleyan can take the lead. Here's Krill just at that 3. Hutcherson to his left. Robinson now has him. The pull-up. Wesleyan takes the 5-4 lead. 5 quick points for the Cardinals. Here's Michael Riopel. Hands to Robinson. 9.5 points a game. 3.5 assists a game for Grant Robinson. Up high for Riopel. Takes the 3. Good 3-point shooter. Michael Riopel. Amherst has the lead back, 7-5. They've led by as much as 4 early here. Hutcherson, McCarthy tight D. Off it goes for Bonner. Krill. Hutcherson to his left. McCarthy hangs with him. Nice play, Schneider. Riopel comes away with the turnover. Good hands, Joe Schneider sets a screen. Riopel down low, McCarthy. The two seniors, 9-5 Amherst. Here comes Hutcherson. Amherst matches its largest lead early, 16.5 first half. Hutcherson, far side, up top, Bonner. Back rim miss. Schneider very aggressive early here. Riopel almost travels, somehow stayed on his feet, slipped a little, kept it going. Schneider is rejected, gets it back, and scores. After Sears blocked it, Schneider hung with it. It's 11-5 Amherst. Timeout, Joe Riley of Wesleyan. The LaFrac Gymnasium crowd very happy, talking about Johnny McCarthy and Michael Riopel, the two seniors for Amherst, in the last 3 games versus Williams, Middlebury, and Bowdoin. McCarthy, 14 points a game, 53.5 field goal percentage, 10 rebounds a game. He had 22 points and 8 rebounds versus Bowdoin. Michael Riopel, 16.7 points per game, 46% field goal percentage, 8.3 rebounds. Coach Hickson telling me that early in the year, the seniors, not necessarily in sync with the freshmen in terms of the trust factor. They felt like that they had to do it all, but they have learned to trust a lot of the young players on the team. That was exhibited by the last play of the game against Bowdoin last week, in which Josh Cherry took a pass from Michael Riopel with the season on the line, basically, and Cherry aggressively scored. So the two seniors have been outstanding. McCarthy comes away with the rebound on that Wesleyan miss. Che again, makes it again. 14-5 Amherst. The 3, Hutcherson, off, rebound, Krill. New shot clock for Wesleyan, down 9. Amherst throwing the first punch in this game. Here's Bonner, up top for Krill. Wesleyan, an outstanding team, and they're very good defensively. Riopel diving. Travel called. Dave Hickson arguing with Mike Scanlon. But a turnover. Into the game for Wesleyan is David Dixon. He's going to replace J.R. Bascom. Wesleyan 20-5 overall this season. The 14th ranked team in the country. Coming off a big home win in the quarterfinals against Middlebury. Down 9. Here's Bonner. Krill met on a double team. Wild shot. Here's Josh Cherry, the hero last week, with the rebound. Robinson pushing it. Robinson hands to McCarthy. Amherst up 9 right now. Screen Schneider. McCarthy. Che again. Back rim miss. Cherry. Offensive rebound. New shot clock. Amherst by 9. Early here. 14:40 first half. Robinson to Schneider. In the key. Dixon on the defense. McCarthy takes the handoff back to Schneider on the give and go. Schneider aggressive. Biggest lead for Amherst, 16-5. Here's Kevin O'Brien. He's been getting good minutes since coming back from the injury. He's a big part of Wesleyan, number 30. He has it here. Bonner will take the shot. Misses. Amherst up 11. Here's McCarthy. Approaching 14 minutes to go, first half. McCarthy bounces it. Schneider, foul inside on Krill. Joe Schneider, who Coach Hickson quite candidly told me has been somewhat of an enigma this year. He plays like this at some times. At other times, not nearly as effective. But in this game, Joe Schneider, both offensively and defensively, has been a factor. 13:58 to go, first half. Schneider will get 2 free throws, 64% from the line. It is 17-5 Amherst.
Into the game for Wesleyan, number 5.
Jordan Sears back in the game to replace Krill. Wesleyan's just 2 of 10 from the floor. Amherst 7 of 11, 63.6%. Our first look at Antone Walker in the game for Wesleyan. He replaces Jordan Bonner. Schneider at the foul line. Schneider leading Amherst with 7 points. Shea has 5. Mammoths by 12. O'Brien, out it goes, and the 3 is good. That was Dave Dixon, the sophomore from Brooklyn. 17-8 Amherst, 13:40 to go, first half. Amherst has led by as much as 12. Here's McCarthy to his right. Over to Robinson. Foul line, pulls up. Che, he's been active. Che takes it, misses. And the rebound, Walker. Back comes Wesleyan. Let's see if that 3 energized the Cardinals. They're down 9. Again, Wesleyan, a very, very good defensive team. They can shut teams down. Here's O'Brien handing to Hutcherson. He's been quiet so far. O'Brien into the lane. Cherry on the D. Good defense. McCarthy rebound. He's been stacking up the rebounds. He flies down the lane and draws a foul. He'll get 2 free throws. Johnny McCarthy. Hutcherson with the foul, the freshman. Third team foul. So Johnny McCarthy to the foul line. 63.4 from the line this year. 11.8 points per game this year, but as I have mentioned, his numbers have been going up the last 3 games. In these huge Amherst wins that they have had at LaFrac Gymnasium, the big weekend over Williams and Middlebury, and the slugfest with Bowdoin, coming away with a 1-point win at the end, hanging in there, keeping their season alive. McCarthy makes 2 free throws, 19-8 Amherst. So Riopel, who was out for a little while, is now back in, and McCarthy will get a rest. Out there now is C.J. Bachman, Michael Riopel, Dylan Groff in the game for Amherst, Robinson, and Cherry. It's 19-8 Amherst. Hutcherson. Sears. Here's Walker into the lane. The floater misses. Cherry active. Riopel rebound. 19-8 Amherst. Here comes Riopel. Pulls up. Bachman. Groff is open. That's off. Air ball. Rebound Sears. Here comes Hutcherson. 19-8 Amherst. Hutcherson to his right. Riopel on the D. Baseline O'Brien into the lane. Cherry on the D. Good look. Sears can't do anything with it though. It goes out. It'll stay with Wesleyan. 14 on the shot clock. Joe Riley, the coach of Wesleyan. Timeout is called. 302 career wins for Joe Riley. Had a great conversation with him during the week, talking about the season. He said, we're pleased. We've played well 4 years in a row. They won the NESCAC in the 15 season after losing twice to Amherst during the regular season. They won their lone NESCAC championship by beating Amherst 74-70 in overtime. They've had a good 4-year run. Coach Riley telling me it was a thrill to win that tournament. They are 76-28 in the last 4 years. He felt like the team is adapting to what he wants to do. They recruit the players that fit his style. He wants to sustain the success. And when you couple this with what Kate Mullen did with the Wesleyan women, it's been a renaissance in Wesleyan basketball with an outstanding performance by the Wesleyan women and an outstanding performance yet again this year by the Wesleyan men. Coach Riley telling me Amherst is a great team. Our guys are familiar with them. We're familiar with this setting. He said, like we know where to eat. We're not, concerned about the surroundings. We're familiar with it. Meanwhile, Coach Hickson, a lot of respect for Coach Riley, calls him charismatic. Says he's changed his style in recent years. He's let the players open up. Coach Riley turned around the Bates program, the former coach of Bates. He's turned around the Wesleyan program, and he has this Cardinals team winning games at a very good pace. They are struggling here in the first half against Amherst. It's 19-8 Amherst. Here's Riopel. Misses with the left hand, and the rebound comes down to O'Brien, leading the fast break. Groff is back. Good hands by Groff. He makes the steal. Over to Cherry. Back comes Amherst. 19-8 Mammoths. 11:45 to go first half. Here's Robinson. Robinson to his left. At the foul line. Cherry with the steal. Scores in a foul. Josh Cherry, who had the winning shot against Bowdoin on that drive with under 4 seconds to go. Had a long talk with Coach Hickson about Josh Cherry. Told me when we recruited him, we envisioned him to be a Division III version of Draymond Green. He's worked hard to be a better player. His outside shot is getting better. If you remember that drive against Bowdoin, he went straight to the basket and took it aggressively. It used to be he would go back and forth, and they taught him and worked with him on going straight to the hoops, and he showed no fear on that winning shot last week. That's a miss by Wesleyan. They are having trouble offensively. Bonner with the miss. But Josh Cherry just gives Amherst a 14-point lead, make it 16 on the Riopel drive, 24-8. Here's O'Brien. Amherst and Coach Hickson have been on point for 3 games now. Maybe didn't play to the level they expected against Bowdoin, but I felt like Bowdoin played a really good game offensively in that game. Had to tough it out. They got the win. The 3 missed, an air ball by Krill. Amherst dominating this game. Coach Hickson telling me if you were betting on the game, you'd have to bet on Wesleyan coming in with the way they've played this season and how they've played against Amherst. Not that he's advocating betting, of course, but just making the point that Wesleyan coming into the game has given every reason to think, people to think that they, are a team that would be a favorite in this game. Amherst with a 16-point lead. 10:22 to go in the first half. Cherry just missed an opportunity on the other end, which would have extended the lead even further. Wesleyan possession. 10:22 to go in the first half. The 3 from the corner is good. That's Nathan Krill. 24-11 Amherst. Here's Garrett Day. He had a big first half against Bowdoin. Amherst led Bowdoin by 1 at the half last week. Offensive foul on Amherst. That shot will not count. They called Groff on the offensive foul. He comes out of the game. Or rather, he's staying in. I think he thought he was being substituted for, but he stays in. Bachman goes out. It's 24-11 Amherst. Nathan Krill just hit a 3, his second of the game. He leads Wesleyan with 6. He drives and scores. So Nathan Krill, who averages 11.5 a game, has 8 now. It's 24-13. Here's Garrett Day off to Groff. Amherst is led by 16. But now Wesleyan's defense is tightening. It stays with Amherst. Wesleyan on a 5-0 run. It was 24-8. Amherst possession, up 11, 9.5 to go, first half. Day off to Riopel in the corner. Off to Cherry. We'll call out a play. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Cherry misses the long shot. Back comes O'Brien. The drive. Rejection. McCarthy. Groff with the rebound. Here comes Cherry with Day. Off to Day. Drives the baseline. Loses it. Turnover. Back comes Bonner. Bonner driving. Quickly. Missing. but it goes off of Groff. Could not corral the rebound. End-to-end action. No points in that sequence. Wesleyan possession. They're on a mini 5-0 run. It was 24-8 Amherst. It's 24-13. Krill back into the game. Out it goes. Walker for three. Good. Antone Walker. 32% three-point shooter. The lead has been sliced from 16 to 8. Wesleyan coming back. A lot of Cardinal fans here. Cardinals fans have made the trip from Middletown. Foul inside on Wesleyan.
Foul on Wesleyan, number 32, David
Dixon with the foul.
number 42.
Fifth foul in the half on Wesleyan. Amherst has 3. Groff will come out. Schneider is back in. He's had a good first half. Amherst's 16-point lead has been chopped to 8. Here's Day off to McCarthy. Down low, Schneider. Right block. No shot available. Out it goes for McCarthy. Wesleyan defense getting better. McCarthy misses on the floater. Here come the Cardinals. O'Brien. Krill again from 3. Third 3 for Nathan Krill. And that 16-point lead is now 5. 24-19 Amherst. 8:14 to go here in the first half. The Mammoths got off to a great start, led 24-8, but a Krill 3 made it 24-11. A Krill layup made it 24-13. A Walker three-point shot made it 24-16. And then a Krill three-pointer made it 24-19. And here we are, close again, 24-19. Wesleyan 7 of 22 now, 31.8%. Amherst 9 of 20, 45%. Wesleyan 5 of 10 from 3, 50%. 2 of 5 for Amherst. Right now the rebounds are close, 15-12 Amherst. And the leading scorer right now for Wesleyan is Nathan Krill with 11. For Amherst, Joe Schneider continues to lead with 7. Michael Riepel and Fruche 5 each. Johnny McCarthy 4. Josh Cherry with 3. So that 24-8 lead. 11-0 run by Wesleyan. Wesleyan 20-5 overall this year. The winner will play the winner of our next game. Hamilton, the 3 seed, against Williams, the 2. Williams beat Hamilton the last weekend of the season to force that 5-way tie in the regular season standings. Amherst possession out of the timeout. Day struggling on the floor. Possession arrow favors Amherst on that scrum. Amherst will keep it. Wesleyan and that Joe Riley defense, aggressive. Again, number 1 nationally in defensive field goal percentage, 36.4, holding teams to 63.5 points a game. Wesleyan's defense, formidable. Wesleyan beat Amherst on this floor in January, 70-66. They beat Amherst in a little 3 game on February 6th, 71-57, holding Amherst to 57. Amherst scores about 75 points a game. So does Wesleyan. They're very even in points scored. Both teams rebound well. Amherst has a slight advantage there, but Wesleyan has the advantage this season, winning both games. Foul on Wesleyan. 16 fouls now on Wesleyan. Amherst will be shooting on the next foul. Walker with the foul. 24-19 Amherst, 7:55 to go. So a lot of time left. Wesleyan with 6 fouls here in the first half. Here's Robinson. 3 fouls on Amherst right now. Riepel to Schneider at the foul line. Schneider hands to Robinson. Less than 5 on the shot clock. Robinson off to McCarthy. That's off. Right now Wesleyan on an 11-0 run. Here's Kevin O'Brien, the junior. back from an injury this year. They played well without him, gave some other players minutes, but O'Brien, the key factor for Wesleyan. O'Brien to his right, bounce pass down low, the layup. J.R. Bascom, the senior, Edina, Minnesota, outside Minneapolis, 24-21, 13-0 run. Riopel spinning, missing, foul inside. Looks like they called Wesleyan. It'll be a 1-on-1 for Amherst.
Foul on Wesleyan, number 3, Anton.
Walker with the foul.
Second, team 7.
2 fouls on Walker, so now a 1-on-1 for Joe Schneider. Again, he is a 64% free throw shooter. Got off to a great start in this game, aggressive on both ends. Misses the front end of the 1-on-1. Amherst hasn't scored in a while. Here's O'Brien, pulls up, out it goes. The 3 again for Krill. Nathan Krill having a terrific first half. The senior, and that ties the game at 24. What a comeback by Wesleyan. 16-0 run. Here's Riopel. Screen from Schneider. Riopel with the drive. Amherst regains the lead, 26-24. They stopped the run. Hutcherson along the baseline. Foul on Amherst, their 4th foul.
Number 2, Robinson.
Robinson with the foul.
Team's 4th.
Outstanding game so far for Nathan Krill. He has 14 points. There's Bonner. He's been relatively quiet. But Krill taking over again. 26-26. Bonner, by the way, has not scored. But Krill is up to 16. So it was Hutcherson on this floor the first time Wesleyan beat Amherst. Today it's Nathan Krill. Krill had 14 and 10 that first time they played. That's an air ball for Robinson. So Wesleyan can take the lead here. Great comeback. Amherst had things going their way completely, but Nathan Krill has led a comeback. 6 of 9 from the floor, 4 of 6 from 3. Tie game. Wesleyan and Amherst. The lob. Schneider with the D. Preventing the alley-oop. Riopel comes back. He just scored to break that long run by Wesleyan. Tie game again. Here's McCarthy, rather. The drive, a beautiful drive by McCarthy. They lead again, 28-26. Back comes O'Brien. Hutcherson in the corner. Hutcherson with the drive. 28-28. So the 16-point lead has gone away. And now we have a tie game, and back and forth we go. Here's Che. Robinson in the corner. Hutcherson guarding him. Riopel gets a screen. McCarthy, less than 5, first half. McCarthy for 3. Krill doing everything, the rebound. O'Brien, good move. Inside and scoring. J.R. Bascom. Wesleyan takes the lead 30-28. Four and a half to go, first half. So I mentioned Amherst throwing the first punch in this game. Wesleyan has countered. Che for 3. Wesleyan taking it to Amherst right now. They were down 24-8. Krill, foul on Amherst.
Foul on Amherst College, number 25, Shea.
Shea with the foul.
Team's 5th.
24-8 Amherst lead has become a 30-28 Wesleyan lead. 22-4 run. Spearheaded by Nathan Krill, the senior. He's from California, St. Helena, California. 11.5 points a game, 8.8 rebounds a game for Nathan Krill. Leading the way for Wesleyan in this comeback. 16 points, well ahead of Hutcherson and Baskin with 4 each. A dominant performance by Nathan Krill. And I mentioned Jordan Bonner hasn't scored. He's a 15.7 points a game scorer. Kevin O'Brien, by the way, has 5 rebounds for Wesleyan and 3 assists. He does everything for Wesleyan in terms of points, assists, and rebounds. A very versatile player. Wesleyan possession up 2. 4:05 to go. Great comeback by the Cardinals here in the first half. Here's O'Brien. Sears. Down low it goes. The hook. J.R. Bascom. Now he's finding his offense with 6 quick points. 32-28. Wesleyan. Here's McCarthy. Riopel for 3. That's what seniors do when you need a basket. Riopel with a big 3. Wesleyan with all the momentum right now. It's 32-31. Hutcherson for Bascom. They work it around. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien into the lane. Bonner into the lane. The scoop, good. Can't hold him down forever. Jordan Bonner, the junior from Houston. He's been a NESCAC Player of the Week this season. It's 34-31 Wesleyan. Here's McCarthy. Off to Robinson. Wesleyan by 3. Robinson, wild shot, the miss. The rebound comes down to Bascom. They push it. The bounce pass for Bonner. Rejection, Riopel. Shea comes away with it. Wesleyan denied an opportunity to extend the 3-point lead. Now Riopel will slow it down. So for Amherst, the 16-point lead has gone away. It's just a tough game right now. Here's Schneider off to McCarthy. Still in the first half. Robinson into the lane. Keeps it. Avoids the 3-second violation. 2 on the shot clock. McCarthy, he likes it at the end of shot clocks, but not that time. The drive by O'Brien, flying down the lane and scoring. Kevin O'Brien, 36-31 Wesleyan, 5-point lead. Again, they were down 24-8. Robinson gets the screen from Schneider. Less than 2 first half. Here's Che out for Robinson. Riopel. O'Brien almost had the steal. Amherst was discombobulated. Wesleyan forces the turnover. So now the lead is 5. Wesleyan can extend their largest lead of the first half. 28-7 run by Wesleyan since they were down 24-8. Minute 51 to go first half. Some outstanding performances from Nathan Krill. J.R. Bascom has been strong. Kevin O'Brien coming on, doing all sorts of things. Jordan Bonner hasn't even gotten it going yet, really. He has 2. Here's Krill again. Here comes Bonner. That's off. Riopel with the rebound. Fighting for it, Sears. Again, Sears had 8 blocks against Middlebury in the quarterfinals. A dominant defensive performance. He commits a foul, though. Second foul on him. We'll see if Coach Riley keeps him on the floor with 2 fouls. They're going to need him in the second half for defense and all the things that he does. Coach Riley telling me that Jordan Sears is a very unselfish player. He could score more than he does. Riopel converts the front end of a 1-1. Jordan Sears is the brother of Justin Sears, who was the 2-time Ivy League Player of the Year at Yale. Riopel misses the second free throw. Groff forcing the tie-up on the rebound. Possession arrow, Wesleyan. 4-point Wesleyan lead, a minute 28 to go in the first half. Amherst, 17-8. They were 14-8 coming into the last weekend of the NESCAC regular season. They defeated Williams and Middlebury, forcing a 5-way tie along with some other factors. Hosting this tournament, beating Bowdoin at the end last week. They had a 16-point lead on Wesleyan, but the Cardinals with a huge run. And now O'Brien misses on the reverse. But the rebound comes down to Bascom, and Wesleyan will reset with under a minute to go in the first half. The Cardinals, the 4 seed, looking for their second NESCAC championship as a program. The winner will play the winner of Hamilton and Williams, which is next. 10 seconds on the shot clock. O'Brien, McCarthy meets him. The bounce pass. Sears is fouled inside. He'll get 2 free throws. Jordan Sears.
Foul on Amherst College number 14, Dylan Groff. His first, team 6.
6th team foul, so Sears will get 2 free throws. Sears has not scored yet. Nathan Krill leads Wesleyan with 16. 6 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. Sears for 2, makes the first. Sears a 57% free throw shooter. So they kept him in the game with the 2 fouls, and he forced a foul on Amherst. He'll try to convert 2 free throws. It's 37-32 Wesleyan. So now Amherst possession. They lead by 6. We have Elijah Wilson coming in for Wesleyan, along with Jordan James. Michael Riopel leads Amherst now with 11. He's 4 of 6 from the field. Schneider with 7, McCarthy 6, Shea 5. Amherst down 6. They were up 16, 24-8. Down now 38-32. 4-second differential, shot and game clock to wind down the first half. Here's Riopel, 10 on the shot clock. Groff for 3. Back rim miss. The rebound, Krill pushing it. 7 seconds left in the half. They go to the corner. The 3 is off. That was taken by Wilson, and that ends the first half. Tremendous comeback by Wesleyan in the first half. It was a 24-8 Amherst lead. But now they look up, a 30-8 run by Wesleyan. And at the half, it's Wesleyan 38 and Amherst 32. We will be back shortly for the second half. I'm Steve Vecchione with producer Mike Skillicorn. Please come back. We'll set the scene for the second half. This is our 3rd game of 4 on NSN today. The NESCAC semifinals championship games starting at noon tomorrow. Once again, 38-32 Wesleyan at the half. You're watching the NESCAC semifinals on the Northeast Sports Network.
In the NESCAC, it's on us to stand up against sexual assault.
It's on us
to recognize that sexual assault is unacceptable.
To hold friends accountable for their actions.
It's on us
to shift the way we think and talk about sexual assault.
To step up and be part of the solution.
It's on us to recognize that non-consensual sex is sexual assault.
To intervene in situations where consent has not or cannot be given.
It's on us.
To identify situations in which sexual assault may occur.
To say something when we see something.
We can't say it isn't our business.
It's on us.
To create a culture in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
To be someone a classmate, a teammate, a friend can lean on for support.
regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or ability.
Because no one should stand alone.
It's on us.
To realize that we have the power to make a difference.
11 schools, 1 conference, working with each other.
Join us. Be part of the solution.
In the NESCAC, it's on all of us to put a stop to sexual assault.
It's on us.
Athletics brings people of different backgrounds together.
So if you're LGBT and you can play
in the NESCAC. Athletes are judged on their work ethic, talent, and character, not their sexual orientation.
If you can score, you can score.
We provide a supportive and welcoming environment for student athletes, coaches, and fans.
It takes courage to step out onto the field.
It shouldn't take courage to be in your own locker room.
If you can run, you can run.
I accept my teammates no matter their sexual orientation. We are proud to be LGBT allies.
If you can shoot, you can shoot.
Words are powerful.
We will speak up if we hear the word gay.
Or any other homophobic terms used in a derogatory way.
I will work with my athletic department to create and maintain a community of support, respect, and pride on our campus.
If you can jump, you can jump.
My team strives for excellence. And if you can play, you can play.
If you're nervous about coming out,
we promise to stand by your side as your teammate and ally. My team is my family, so if you are LGBT, we have your back.
If you can defend, you can defend.
We honor integrity and diversity.
we strive for inclusion.
Teamwork is about more than sports.
It's about doing the right thing.
We might compete on the court, but we are united in our pledge to respect and celebrate each other's differences.
We are NESCAC. If you can play, you can play. We are one team.
1 minute. And welcome back to LaFrac Gymnasium. I'm Steve Vecchione with producer Mike Skillicorn. Game 3 of our NESCAC tournament here at Amherst, the semifinal day. It was the Amherst women and the Tufts women coming away with earlier victories. Amherst defeating Wesleyan and Tufts defeating number 3 in the country, Bowdoin. So it's an Amherst-Tufts game tomorrow noon on NSN on the women's side. On the men's side, we had quite a first half here between number 1 seeded Amherst and number 4 seeded Wesleyan. Wesleyan, of course, with the 20 wins overall this season, the 14th ranked team in the country. It was a 24-8 Amherst lead. Wesleyan went on a 30-8 run, and they have a 38-32 halftime lead. Nathan Krill led the comeback for Wesleyan. He hit a bunch of threes, 4 of them, and that started the big run by Wesleyan with his threes. 16 points for him. J.R. Bascom had 3 field goals towards the end of the first half during that big run. He has 6. Austin Hutcherson with 4. Antone Walker and Kevin O'Brien 3 each. For Amherst, Michael Riepel leads with 11. Joseph Schneider with 7. Johnny McCarthy with 6. Shooting. Wesleyan 44% from the field. Keep in mind, Amherst is number 3 nationally in field goal percentage, giving up 37.2%. So an outstanding shooting performance by Wesleyan on a whole. Amherst shot 38%. 22-18 edge for Wesleyan in the rebound department. Turnovers are practically even, 6 for Wesleyan, 5 for Amherst. Second half about to start. What twists and turns will we have in this half? Again, Amherst had a 24-8 lead. It's 38-32 Wesleyan. Keep in mind, Amherst led in the second half earlier in the season here, and Wesleyan went on a big run to eventually secure the victory. We'll see if that is what happens again, or will Amherst be able to come back here. They have the first possession. Here's Robinson in the corner. Off for Che, just underway in the second half. Riepel with 11 so far. Short, the rebound, Hutcherson, the freshman. Up ahead it goes. Here's O'Brien to the foul line. Hands to Krill, stolen by McCarthy, the senior. Riepel on his right. McCarthy backs it out. Amherst will set up with Grant Robinson, the freshman point guard. 6-point lead for Wesleyan. Robinson off to Che. Had a good start to the first half. Here's McCarthy in the corner, the fall away. The rebound, O'Brien. Throws it up ahead for Krill. Can't save it. Back comes Amherst with Robinson. 3 players back for Wesleyan. Schneider down the lane. Off to McCarthy. Takes the 3. 38-35. Johnny McCarthy, the senior. I said this last week. I'll say it again. Amherst will be relying heavily on Johnny McCarthy and Michael Riepel if they're going to keep their NESCAC season going here in this tournament. Hutcherson off to McCarthy. The drive off the glass. Gets the follow. Rejection by Schneider. Here's McCarthy. Amherst with the first 3 points of the second half. Here's McCarthy outside the arc. Hands to Riepel. Gets a screen from Schneider. Riepel for Che. McCarthy. Amherst down 3. McCarthy. Robinson, 10 on the shot clock. 18:08 to go, second half. Here's Robinson, the pull-up. That's an air ball. Rebound, Hutcherson. Up ahead quickly. Krill, 16 in the first half. Here's O'Brien, driving. Draws a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Kevin O'Brien, the junior guard from Tucson, Arizona. Grant Robinson with the foul. 2 fouls on him. O'Brien, who, as I mentioned in the first half, sat out a large chunk of the regular season with injuries. He is back now. Big part of what Wesleyan does. Not only can he score, he distributes, gets a lot of rebounds, he fills up stat sheets, but he misses the first free throw. 59% from the line. Wesleyan has not scored yet here in the second half. Shea with the rebound. 2 misses by O'Brien. So Wesleyan went to the locker room with all the momentum, but now Amherst has the first 3 points of the second half with possession. Here's Robinson. Off to Riopel. To his left. Spinning. Throwing it up. Foul on Wesleyan. So Bonner with the foul. First foul on him. Riopel for 2 free throws. Michael Riopel, 76.8% from the line. Usually a very reliable free throw shooter, but he misses that one. Of the regular players for Amherst, he's the best free throw shooter on the team. I say that, and he misses 2. Wesleyan comes back looking for its first points of the second half. The runner by O'Brien after he missed the 2 free throws. 40-35. Wesleyan up 5. Che off to Riopel. Poked away. Riopel gets it back, fighting. McCarthy into the lane. The floater. Johnny McCarthy with 5 here in the second half. 40-37. Wesleyan by 3. Here's Krill. You know he was a point of emphasis. Hutcherson, he's off. He had a big first game this year against Amherst. Robinson coming the other way. Knocked out by Bonner, I believe. Let's see who they call possession for here. I believe Amherst will keep it. Josh Sherry getting set to check in. Coming out for Wesleyan is Bonner, Jordan Bonner. Amherst possession, 25 on the shot clock. They're down 3. Cherry to his left. The hero last week against Bowdoin. Misses on the runner. Rebound, Bascom. He played well in the first half. They run the break. Here's Sears with the reverse. Jordan Sears. 42-37 Wesleyan. Amherst down 5. They were down 6 at the half. Riopel gets a screen. Finds Schneider. To the corner it goes. Che. Through Che. The 3 makes it a 2-point game. 42-40 Wesleyan. 16-10 to go. Second half. Here's O'Brien. Bascom. Schneider on the D. Turns and scores off the glass. J.R. Bascom. 44-40. Wesleyan shooting 43.6 from the field. Amherst 39.5. Amherst down 4. Riopel, good move. That's for 2. Michael Riopel. 44-42. McCarthy has 11 for Amherst. Michael Riopel just hit that shot to cut it to 2. He's up to 13. Here's Sears. Off to Krill. Cherry on the switch. Sears spinning, driving, wild shot. Schneider rebound. Amherst can tie or take the lead. Riopel for 3 in the lead. That's off. Sears tracks it down. 8 blocks last week against Middlebury. 4 in the last few minutes of the game. Here's O'Brien. Runs over Cherry. Block on Cherry. Second team foul on Amherst. 14:55 to go. Second half. 44-42 Wesleyan. Schneider will depart C.J. Bachman, who was so important last week in the win against Bowdoin. He had 10 last week in that back and forth game with the Polar Bears. Wesleyan up 2, 14:50 to go, second half. Here's Kevin O'Brien. Gets a screen. Bounce pass, Bascom. Can't get it to go. Che with the rebound. Cherry took the shot, gets back up. Here comes Che. Out to Cherry. Amherst down 2. Into Bachman, turnover. Steal by Bascom. Back comes Wesleyan. The bounce pass for Krill. Hands to Sears. Misses. Rebound, Cherry. Back comes Amherst, down 2. Here's Cherry filling the lane. Foul on Wesleyan on the Cherry drive. We talked about that straight line to the basket. Josh Cherry shows no fear whatsoever. He is a very aggressive player on both ends. Struggles from the foul line 50%. Two team fouls each. We have Dixon coming into the game. We have Walker coming into the game for Wesleyan. We have Groff coming into the game for Amherst. Che will sit. Two teams that like to go to their reserves in key roles. Cherry makes the second free throw. It's a 1-point game. Wesleyan quickly. Walker. Now they work it out. Joe Riley's Cardinals have a 1-point lead. Terrific game right now. Here's O'Brien outside the arc. The three is good by David Dixon. 4-point lead for the Cardinals. Dixon is now 5 of 14 for the season from 3. That puts Wesleyan up 4. Riopel, down low Bachman, lays it up. 47-45 Wesleyan. Here's O'Brien. Another 3 try. Dixon misses that one. Walker with the rebound. He can make a 3. Did so in the first half. Wesleyan, new shot clock. Up 2. O'Brien. Walker keeps it in. Cherry on the defense. And I think they called Cherry on a push. They do. Third team foul on Amherst. 2-point Wesleyan lead. So David Dixon, who averages 3 points a game, the sophomore, comes in, hits a 3, tries another 3. He is 6'9" from Brooklyn. Krill has been quiet in the second half, had a monster first half. Wesleyan possession. Walker for 3. Back rim miss. Sears misses the follow. McCarthy with the tough rebound. Here comes Amherst. They can tie or take the lead. 12:50 to go, second half. McCarthy works it out. Packed house here at LaFrac Gymnasium. Bachman to Riopel to his left. Down low, Bachman. Rejected by Dixon, the sophomore. Back comes Wesleyan. O'Brien finds an open shooter. Walker passes up the shot. Out it goes for Dixon. He's been a factor here in the second half. O'Brien, Wesleyan up 2. O'Brien pulls up the runner, misses. Dixon keeps it alive, but he is called for a foul. David Dixon's been very active for Wesleyan. 3 team fouls apiece. Cherry will inbound for Amherst. Jordan James into the game for Wesleyan. So is Jordan Bonner. Keep an eye on him. He's been quiet so far. Outstanding scorer for Wesleyan, has just 2. Krill still leads Wesleyan. He had 16 first half points. He still has 16. Riopel has 13. McCarthy 11. Shea 8 for Amherst. Amherst down 2. Riopel for Bachman. Rejected. Jordan James. Back comes O'Brien. Krill misses. Cherry rebound. Here we go again for Amherst. Katire take the lead. Cherry into the lane, has it stripped. Bachman recovers. McCarthy in the corner. Out for Riepel. 11:40 to go, second half. Tremendous action in this game. McCarthy. I want to say that was 25 to 28 feet. Johnny McCarthy puts Amherst in the lead. 48-47. 11:29 to go in the second half. Amherst regains the lead. We'll take a short break. I'm Steve Vecchione. 48-47 Amherst, 11:29 to go. You're watching the NESCAC semifinals on NSN. We are back. What a game we have here at Amherst. 48-47 Mammoths. They regain the lead. They were down 6 at the half. They led by 16 in the first half, and Wesleyan had a 30-8 run. And now Amherst has outscored Wesleyan by 7 here in the second half. Here comes Wesleyan. O'Brien, Jordan Bonner. He's been held down. O'Brien into the lane. The scoop misses. Cherry with the rebound. 48-47 Amherst. Johnny McCarthy just hit a long shot to give Amherst the 48-47 lead. Remember that shot he hit against Bowdoin late. Cherry gets the miss, and he is fouled. Not allowing the missed shot to bother him. He fouled his shot and drew a foul. McCarthy now is 14 for Amherst, Riepel 13. Che 8, Schneider 7, Cherry 4, Bachman 2. Wesleyan shooting 38%, Amherst 40. Wesleyan 7 of 18 from 3, Amherst 6 of 17. 1 point Amherst lead. Here's Robinson. Groff to Robinson. Riepel into the lane with the left hand. Rebound Bachman. New shot clock. Here's Robinson to the corner for Groff. Look at Bachman and Bonner going to the floor. Tremendous hustle. Both teams giving everything they have in this game. It went off Bachman. Wesleyan can regain the lead. 48-47 Amherst. Kevin O'Brien, junior guard, facilitator for this team, gets a screen. O'Brien, the three for Bonner misses. The rebound, Groff, who has been seeing more minutes with Eric Salou not available. Riepel driving, missing with the left hand. New shot clock. Riepel for 3. 51-47. Amherst getting good production on the offensive boards in the second half. They were down 6 at the half, and they have outscored Wesleyan 19-9 here in the second half. 9:51 to go. Michael Riepel is up to 16 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. Factor in 4 rebounds, factor in 5 assists. Johnny McCarthy, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Fruche with 8. Joe Schneider was good early. He has 7. For Wesleyan, Nathan Krill still has 16. He has taken just 1 shot in the second half. He was 6 of 9 from the field in the first half. And you have to know that Dave Hickson was saying in the locker room No more of that, at least to that level, by Nathan Krill. He's only taken one shot here in the second half. J.R. Bascom has 8. David Dixon has played well for Wesleyan in the second half. The rebounds, 34-30, edge Wesleyan. Turnovers, 8 for Wesleyan, 6 for Amherst. Amherst up 4. Inbounding will be Jordan James, 9:51 to go second half. The 4 versus the 1, 20-win Wesleyan against Amherst, 17-8, clawing its way back into the postseason picture. Can they hang on here? Wesleyan, a tremendous team. Here's O'Brien into the lane. Falling down, throws it away. Che with the interception. Here comes Cherry. Amherst up 4. They've led by as much as 16, but that was a long time ago. Here's Che off to Groff. Wesleyan made a huge comeback at the end of the first half, but then Amherst coming back with a comeback of its own. And now they're up 4 with 9:15 to go. Second half, 10 on the shot clock. Robinson, wild shot. He'll get 2 free throws. Foul on Jordan James, the freshman. So Robinson, 70% free throw shooter. Amherst 6 of 12 from the line so far. Wesleyan is 2 of 4. 8 of 16 free throws, make it 8 of 17 combined for the two teams in the game. Sears back into the game to replace Jordan James. Jordan Sears replaces Jordan James. Another free throw coming up for Grant Robinson. 9:11 to go second half. 52-47 Amherst. Here's O'Brien. Wesleyan down 5 now. Hutcherson has been relatively quiet in this game. Hutcherson had a big game against Amherst the first time they played. Here's Krill. He has not been able to find his offense, but Wesleyan gets it back with O'Brien. Rejection by Schneider. Che comes away with it. Here's Robinson. Down low for Che. 2 fouls. 2 foul shots coming up. Joe Schneider. Big block. 8:48 to go second half. Che will get 2 free throws. He struggles at the line. 7 of 20 for the season, 35%. The lead stays 5. 3 fouls on Amherst in this half, 6 on Wesleyan. So the next foul for Wesleyan could create a 1-on-1 for Amherst if it's not a shooting foul. Che makes the second free throw. 53-47. O'Brien flying into the lane, draws a foul quickly. Wesleyan pushing pace with O'Brien. The stat sheet stuffer. Robinson with the foul, his third. 4 team fouls, so O'Brien will get 2 free throws. 8:43 to go second half. (53-48) Amherst. 9 turnovers for Wesleyan, 6 for Amherst. Rebounds very close. 35-31 Wesleyan. Misses the second free throw and he commits a foul. A reach-in foul. Second foul on him, and that is the 7th team foul on Wesleyan, so that will result in a 1-on-1 for Amherst. Amherst up 5. 8:41 to go, the 1 seed. Remember, this team was 2 games back in the standings going into the final weekend of the regular season. Cherry makes the free throw, another one coming up. They won both games against Williams and Middlebury in dominant performances. They hung on last week against Bowdoin, winning late with this man scoring the winning basket. Schneider with the rebound off the miss and a tie-up. Wesleyan possession. They control the arrow here. It's 54-48 Amherst. So Amherst, with a 17-8 overall record, they were 14-8 coming into that weekend I described. Every game has been like a playoff game. They were down by 6 at halftime, have rallied after the big Wesleyan rally. Krill at the foul line. First 2 points of the second half for Nathan Krill. And here we go. Amherst up 4, 8:15 to go. Wesleyan would love to get him going again. 18 points for Nathan Krill. McCarthy to Schneider. Tough defense. That's Bascom. Cherry to his left. Cherry into the lane. Robinson from the corner. Hutcherson with the rebound. The freshman pushing it. Wesleyan down 4. Driving. Met at the rim by Schneider and Che. Back comes Cherry to McCarthy. 4-point Amherst lead. Enthusiastic fans from both teams on their feet, screaming and yelling in this gym. Cherry to Schneider. 56-50 Amherst. And a timeout by Joe Riley, the very successful coach from Wesleyan. We'll take a short break. Looking forward to the final 19 of the second half. It's 56-50 Amherst. I'm Steve Vecchione with Mike Skillicorn. You're watching the NESCAC semifinals on NSN. Steve Vecchione back at Amherst. Amherst 56, Wesleyan 50, NESCAC semifinals. We've had a 16-point lead for Amherst, a 6-point lead for Wesleyan at the half, and now it's a 6-point Amherst lead. Off the timeout, Krill misses, Bascom misses, the rebound missed, another rebound finally. Wesleyan scores with Bonner on the fourth try. It's 56-52. Wesleyan crashing the boards. Both these teams are very good rebounding teams. Schneider down low. Misses. What are they going to call here? Players flying onto the court. I think they called Joe Schneider on the foul. Coach Hickson not agreeing. The fans booing. But it's a 4-point Amherst lead. Michael Riopel leading Amherst with 16. Johnny McCarthy with 14. For Wesleyan, Nathan Krill has 18, just 2 in the second half. J.R. Bascom's up to 10. David Dixon has 6. Kevin O'Brien 5. Sears and Hutcherson 4. Walker 3. Bonner with just 2. There's a 3. Nathan Krill, 21 points. 56-55 Amherst. Nathan Krill getting his game back here in the second half. Here we go again with another momentum shift. Amherst had it up to 6. Here's Riopel, 6:10 to go. Riopel to his left. To the corner it goes for Che. The 3. Schneider rebound. Robinson Gets it back. 25 on the shot clock. Less than 6 to go. Second half. Amherst by just 1. Riopel foul. That'll be a 1-on-1. The 8th foul on Wesleyan. Riopel again, 76% from the foul line for the season. Bachman coming back in. Schneider will come out. Well, Nathan Krill getting his game going again, hitting that 3. Amherst had a 56-50 lead. Riopel makes the front end of the 1-on-1. The lead back up to 2. If you just joined us, Amherst led 24-8 in the second half, but then a 30-8 run by Wesleyan. They led by 6 at the half. But Amherst has come back in the second half. They lead by 3 now. Wesleyan possession. Here's Hutcherson, the freshman. Was 5 of 5 from 3 the first time these teams played on this court. Wesleyan won by 4. That was back in January. Here's Krill. He's been outstanding. Draws a foul. He'll get 2 free throws. Krill, the senior. Cherry with the foul. His 3rd foul. Krill, 69.7%. That's the 6th team foul on Amherst. So remember that. Next foul, if it's not a shooting foul, Wesleyan will have a 1-on-1. Right now, the possession arrow favoring Amherst in this tight game. Krill is up to 22 points. That was his first free throw of the game with all the shooting he's been doing. He's taken 14 shots. Makes them both. 58-57 Amherst. Here's Robinson. Every possession critical now in a 1-point game. Cherry, Riopel, far sideline. The senior to his left, holds it up. Bachman, left block. Out it goes Riopel. 10 on the shot clock. Riopel, down low Bachman. Robinson has it outside the arc. Grant Robinson with the 3. 61-57 Amherst. 4:58 to go, second half. Big 3 by the freshman. Amherst up 4. Wesleyan cut it to 1. Nathan Krill is up to 23 for Wesleyan. Grant Robinson now has 4 points after making that 3. He is 1 of 7 from the floor, but that 3 puts Amherst up 4. Wesleyan shooting 38%, Amherst 39%, close there. Wow, the 3-point field goals, extremely close. 8 of 21 for Wesleyan, 8 of 22 for Amherst. Amherst with a free throw edge, 11 of 20. Just 5 of 8 for Wesleyan. 9 turnovers Wesleyan, 7 Amherst. 38-35 rebound edge Wesleyan. Very close game. Amherst has 8 steals in the game. Big number, 2 for Wesleyan. Amherst averages 5.8 steals per game, so that's a large number for them. Wesleyan averages nearly 8 steals a game. Again, Wesleyan, the number 1 team in the country opposing field goal percentage. Amherst is a couple points above what Wesleyan gives up. Just a back and forth game between 2 teams that know each other very well. Amherst has struggled with Wesleyan in recent years. Again, Wesleyan's only NESCAC title was a win over Amherst in the 15 season 4 years ago in overtime. That year, Amherst beat Wesleyan twice during the regular season. We resume. It's a 4-point game. The miss by Bonner. Tracked down. Loose along the sideline. It'll stay with Wesleyan. aggressive play, J.R. Bascom. He's been very good for Wesleyan. O'Brien checking back in for Wesleyan, and Jordan Bonner leaving. 4-point game, Amherst in the lead, 4:40 to go. Grant Robinson just hit a big three for Amherst. A lot of storylines yet to be developed in this game. Now we have a little bit of wetness on the floor. They're going to mop it up. Amherst up 4:40 to go. Steve Vecchione here, NESCAC semifinals. We're with you for 4 games all told today. Outstanding game coming up after this. Hamilton and Williams. We resume. Wesleyan down 4. Here's O'Brien. Hutcherson. Bascom. Hutcherson. Robinson aggressive. 10 on the shot clock. Here comes O'Brien. The tough runner missed. Shea with the rebound. So now Amherst up 4. Approaching 4 to go, second half. Amherst playing for its postseason life. Trying to get to the NESCAC finals. Shea for 3. That would have been big. Back comes Wesleyan. O'Brien running the break. Sears. O'Brien will back it out. 3:50 to go, second half. O'Brien calling out instructions. Schneider on the defense. Hutcherson. Look at Schneider with the steal. Robinson driving. Cherry. Rejection. Hutcherson. He comes back. Hutcherson spinning. Missing. Sears with the rebound. He takes a hard shot. So does Cherry. 2 players are down. Wow. The aggression factor. Both players slowly getting up. Getting a hand from the crowd here. Cherry and Sears collided. Cherry's going to come out. Everybody looks to be okay, thankfully. 3:23 to go in this game. Can't even begin to tell you how hard these teams are playing. Watching it up close. Leaving nothing on the floor, figuratively. So now, that was a foul. Sears is at the foul line. 1-and-1. Converts. Amherst has 7 fouls now. 8 for Wesleyan. Possession arrow again, keep in mind, favors Amherst right now. 3-point game. Sears, the senior. 2 clutch free throws. 61-59. Here comes Amherst. Up 2. Here's Robinson. Riopel gets a screen. Riopel spinning. Shea. McCarthy to his left. McCarthy, the step back. Rebound for Krill. Wesleyan Katire take the lead. Here's Hutcherson. Outside the arc. O'Brien. Stolen by McCarthy. 2:50 to go, second half. Here's Riopel. 2-point game. Tension mounting at LaFrac Gymnasium. Schneider up high. Almost was stolen by Krill. Shea misses. Spun out. Again, Wesleyan Katire take the lead. Joe Riley calls out a play. Turned around a Bates program. Has turned around a Wesleyan program. Outstanding coach for Wesleyan. 2-point game. Here we go. Krill for the lead. Nathan Krill gives Wesleyan a 62-61 lead. What a performance by Nathan Krill. 62-61, a minute 55 to go second half. Here's the senior McCarthy. Robinson driving, scoring! 63-62 Amherst. So Wesleyan comes back. Krill is up to 26. 5 late points for Grant Robinson, the freshman. A minute 44 to go second half. 63-62 Amherst. We're going to take a break. It's 63-62 Amherst. You're watching the NESCAC semifinals on NSN. Steve Vecchione back at LaFrac Gymnasium. We are seeing some outstanding performances from two hard-nosed teams led by tough-minded coaches, mentally tough teams. 63-62 Amherst. A minute 40 to go second half. Here's Hutcherson. Watch for Krill. He has 26 points. Number 31 gets it here. The three misses. Amherst 1 point lead. A minute 25 to go. McCarthy to Robinson has been huge here in the second half, has Grant Robinson. Here's Riopel. He leads Amherst in scoring with 18. Robinson has it now. A minute 15 to go. Amherst up 1. Robinson gets a screen. Off to Riopel. Will the senior take the shot here in this situation? McCarthy, the senior, misses. Krill with the rebound. A minute to go. Amherst by 1. O'Brien, Wesleyan possession. O'Brien across the lane, out for Hutcherson. 20 on the shot clock. 52 seconds to go, second half. Amherst by 1, 63-62. Hutcherson, down low it goes. This is Bascom, missing. Tight defense by Amherst. 35 seconds on the game clock. Amherst by 1, and Dave Hickson wants time. Amherst with a slim 1 point lead. So both teams are in the foul situation where one-on-ones are created on non-shooting fouls. 7 fouls for Amherst, 8 for Wesleyan. Amherst has the possession arrow in this 1 point game. 34.3 to go. 24 on the shot clock. Dave Hickson in the huddle. 801 career wins. 7 NESCAC titles. The last time Amherst has won the NESCAC championship was 2014. Wesleyan has 1 championship under Coach Joe Riley, who comes from a big-time coaching family. His late dad, Joe Sr., a longtime coach at South Catholic High in Connecticut. His uncle Gene, a successful coach at the high school level. His brother Luke has won 2 state championships in Connecticut. He comes from a coaching family. Of course, Coach Riley talking about his dad. He learned so much from his dad. He formed relationships throughout the Northeast, played at Trinity. Former Bates coach turned that program around. 701 winning percentage at Bates in his last 6 years there with Wesleyan. He has turned around a program that had been struggling. He has 148 wins at Wesleyan, 302 career wins. As I mentioned, of course, Dave Hickson and his 801 wins. Here we go. Amherst up 1, 34.3 to go. Riopel leading Amherst in scoring right now. Schneider gets the inbounds pass. What are they going to run here? Here's Riopel. 15 on the shot clock. Riopel hands to McCarthy. 1 point Amherst lead. McCarthy to his right. Off to Riopel. Down low goes for Schneider. Schneider backing in, turning, throwing it up, missing. Fight for it. No fouls. 5 seconds left in the game. Wesleyan down. Here's Krill for the win. 1.7 to go though. 65-63. McCarthy. Oh, it hits the front rim. Krill wins the game for Wesleyan. 65-63. What a finish. Dave Hickson in the face of referee Mike Scanlon. Wanted a foul call. I believe on that previous sequence before the unbelievable shot by Wesleyan to win the game. McCarthy's shot from, I don't even know how long that shot was, hit the front rim. Dave Hickson was in the face of Mike Scanlon at the end of that game. He walks off the court. You cannot have a tougher loss if you're Amherst, or a more satisfying win if you're Wesleyan. What a game we saw here. Standing ovation from both the Wesleyan and Amherst crowd here. What a scene. This is a great college basketball atmosphere. Look at Joe Riley out at midcourt. The Wesleyan fans, hugs everywhere. Well, that last sequence, Joe Schneider couldn't get it to go. And Wesleyan comes back with the game winner from a tremendous performance by Nathan Krill of Wesleyan. 10 of 17 from the field, 7-11 from 3, 29 points. He hit that shot, I think there was 1.7 to go. Amherst still had a little time left as it turned out, and McCarthy took a long, long shot. It hit the front rim. If that had gone down, I don't even know what I would have said on that. What a victory for the Wesleyan Cardinals. 65-63 over Amherst. I'm not sure how Hamilton and Williams can top that, but these are two very good teams coming up next. Wesleyan, an amazing victory. They were down 24-8 in the first half. Amherst seemed to be in control, but Wesleyan with a 30-8 run, they led 38-32 at halftime. Amherst played very well in the second half. Had the lead. Had the lead late. But Nathan Krill of Wesleyan, this game deserved that standing ovation that it got. A very hard loss for Amherst. Their postseason hopes are up in the air right now. But Wesleyan moves on to the NESCAC Championship tomorrow. We're going to come back for another game. Stunning finish here. Again, Wesleyan with the 65-63 victory on a three-point shot with time running out. Nathan Krill, who had been quiet in the second half, came on. He had 16 in the first half, and after a slow start in the second half, had 13 late points. And Wesleyan with the incredible victory. I'm Steve Vecchione. My producer is Michael Skillicorn. We are back for a fourth game in about a half an hour. You've been watching the NESCAC men's semifinals with an incredible victory by Wesleyan. We're back soon. Please come back on NSN.